Hello, House Community Builders. I wanted to share with you guys a resource that stemmed from our conversations last week around building houses, culture, and community in our schools. On the NPossible Google site, under Community Building, you will see a living and evolving resource bank and really home base for us to build off of for the house ecosystem experiences. So you'll see the house ecosystem in various quick links. Here on the Karen Connect anchors is some examples around anchors you could utilize, but also this is an area for your school to put in your anchors that you have as well. Thinking about collaboration, shared resources, and transparency there. Next, we have annual planning. On this deck, this is a space for us to think about anchors that we have that build on the work for houses and Karen Connect experiences. I'll be reaching out to each of you all to think about purpose and priorities for your school and what this annual planning process looks like. A couple of guiding principles for the use of this deck is to think about this deck as a hub for planning and priority. Use this as a spot to see what other schools are doing and their community building experiences. And don't wait until you have a finished product to link or type ideas. So if you're thinking through what your essential question may be, don't wait until it is the question to put it in there. This is a spot for you to brainstorm and collaborate. This is also a spot to make sure that we can share resources with one another. So anything that you're linking on here, please make sure that the sharing settings or anyone at Nelson County Schools can view this. So we'll be talking through this a little bit further and more in depth when we do our individual Google Meets. You'll also see some hubs for leadership classes and thinking about those ecosystems. You'll see this spot, which is for the Builders Community Table. This is a follow-up on some of our annual goals and processes for the year, in addition to the sign-up process for our next touch point. So you'll see on slide 2 of this slide deck, there's a spot for your school to sign up for a 15-minute Google Meet. This is to follow up from our conversations from last week and think about your annual planning moving forward. So please note on these Google Meets that the principal attendance on the Google Meet is an opt-in basis. So if you're a principal and you're interested in being a part of the conversation, please join with your builder. Otherwise, builders, it could be just you on the Google Meet. I'll leave that up to you all for the school. So just signing up for a day and a time that works best for you all. Next, you will ask for some protocols and thinking about community conversations for Karen Connects. So on this slide deck, you'll see a starting point for some protocols, norms, and mindsets that you could utilize for Karen Connect conversations. Again, all of these decks that you all have seen on this NPossible leadership are just a starting point. I see this in the future, all the schools leading intelligences, feeding intelligences into this slide deck. I'm looking forward to our follow-up Google Meets after fall break. Feel free to reach out if you guys need anything. I'm really excited about the work and the energy that you all had last week as we started to think about what does it mean to build community in Nelson County Schools.